again. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen. My new kitchen. If you are not familiar, we did just move, hence all of the random stuff everywhere. You guys will be seeing lots of boxes and things in the background for the next, I don't know, hopefully just a week or so. But anyways, in today's video, I am bringing y'all 2 easy dinner recipes for summer. Of course, you could make these recipes any time of year and they would be great, but I just feel like these are some really good ones to have on hand for summer. They are both quick, easy, delicious, and the second one is in the slow cooker, which is always good during summer so we don't have to heat up the oven. So first of all, I'm gonna take y'all back in time a few weeks ago. We're going back to the old house for the first recipe. Tonight we're gonna be making a taco tater tot casserole. All right, so this is a tater tot casserole, and this recipe recommends baking your tater tots a few minutes beforehand if you like crispy tater tots on top. We definitely do, so I'm gonna put this whole bag of tater tots in the oven. It's set for about 10 minutes just to kind of give them a little head start. While our tater tots are in the oven, we're gonna brown up some ground turkey. The recipe calls for ground beef. I'm just subbing out a few different things, so we are gonna use ground turkey instead of ground beef. But of course, I'll have the recipe linked down below so you guys can check it out. And while we're browning our ground turkey, I'm gonna chop up 1 onion. Alright, so our turkey is almost browned. I'm gonna add in that onion. Also, we're gonna add 1 clove of minced garlic. We're also adding 1 small can of diced green chilies, 1 packet of taco seasoning, 1 12-ounce bag of frozen corn. Go ahead and give this a little stir. We also have 1 can of drained and rinsed black beans. And next we're gonna add about 2 cups of shredded cheese. I actually just have a mix here of cheeses in bags I need to use up in my fridge, but you can use any kind. I have 3 cups measured out. We're gonna save 1 cup for the end. Let's give this a little toss. I mean, honestly, you could just eat this right out of this pan. Alright, so I have my 9x13. I'm gonna give it a little spray. I'm gonna add our taco mixture. Alright, next I have my pre-baked tater tots over here. We're just gonna arrange these on top. And y'all, please let me know, normally I do not take the time to put all these little tater tots on here so perfect. For some reason, I like it better when it's more rustic, when you just kind of throw them on and they just kind of land wherever. Look, I'm already not doing it right. Yeah, we're gonna do it my way. Y'all comment down below which way you put the tater tots on. Are you just kind of chaotic with it? Or do you sit there and put them all on? We ain't got time for that. We gotta get them on here, get them in the oven. Plus, I don't know, I kind of like it the way it looks better with them just everywhere. Let's get y'all looking crazy. Come on now, join the crazy party. I do try to keep it in 1 layer though, the best that I can. Maybe that's why people sit there and do that. All right, lastly, we have 1 can of red enchilada sauce. And we're gonna try to pour this evenly. Let me get another cup. You're supposed to just drizzle this all over the tops. And we'll see if they stay crispy. I'm kind of wondering about this. This looks so good. But I love anything taco-y. So this is going to the oven at 375 for about 30 to 40 minutes until those tater tots get crispy. All right, our tater tots are pretty crispy. So now we're just gonna top with that remaining 1 cup of cheese. And this just goes back into the oven for a couple minutes just to melt that cheese, and it'll be time for dinner. Alright, so first we're going to make our sauce for our barbacoa, and you make everything in a blender. You're going to puree a few things all together. So I have half a cup of beef broth. Next we're going to add 2 chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. And I'm sure you could add more or less depending on the spice that you want. Next to the sauce, we're gonna add 5 garlic cloves minced. Yes, I'm using shortcut garlic today. Next, about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Next, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, about 2 teaspoons of cumin. We're gonna add 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And then the recipe calls for a half a teaspoon of ground clove. They call for that as optional, but that sounds super interesting. So I'm actually just gonna add 1/4 of a teaspoon just because I've never tried that in this type of thing before. All right, now I'm gonna take this over here and we're gonna get this blended all together. Alright, so next I'm about to trim and chop up my meat. The recipe calls for either chuck roast or brisket, about 3 pounds of either one, and I'm just going to use 2 smaller chuck roast. So I'm just going to, like I said, trim this up, trim most of the fat off, and then you cut it into about 1-inch cubes, and I'm going to go ahead and get it into my slow cooker. Alright, so I have my beef all cubed up in my slow cooker. And now I'm just gonna top with that sauce we just made. It smells really good.
That smells delicious.
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna pop the lid on, and I'm gonna cook mine on high because we're getting a late start. I'm gonna probably cook it on high 5 or 6 hours. I may turn it down to low towards the end if it starts to get tender. All right, so we've been cooking, let's see, about 2 hours, and I realized I forgot something. But no big deal, we're just gonna go ahead and add it. And that is 2 dried bay leaves. And let me just tell you, my house already smells so good. And like I said, this has only been cooking about 2 hours. So I think it's gonna be really good. All right, no big deal. Got the lid back on there. See you in 4 more hours. All right, so our barbacoa is nice and tender. I'm just gonna go ahead and take out the 2 bay leaves, and then I'm just gonna shred up the rest of the meat. Like I said, it's already super tender, so I'm just kind of barely putting my fork in here and shredding it up. All right, since we are making a copycat Chipotle recipe, I thought we would do it bowl style, so I'm just fixing some rice over here. And when I was at the store today, I saw this seasoning, and I've made plenty of cilantro lime rice with cilantro, lime, and salt, but I saw this seasoning and it just looked intriguing. So it's just lime, garlic, and cilantro. It's the true lime salt-free kind. And I thought I'd give it a try on some rice just to kind of throw a little shortcut in there, and we'll see how it is. Oh, also, in one of my last videos, somebody commented, I guess I fixed some kind of rice something in my video, and somebody commented and said, kind of rudely, that I should wash my rice before I cooked it, or rinse my rice before I cooked it. So that got me so curious. Do you guys rinse your rice before you cook it? I've never done that in my entire life. So I'm like, should I be doing that? Will that make it better? Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. But y'all let me know. Do you rinse your rice? Because if I'm wrong, this better not be like the rinse and chicken debate, but I don't think it is. I just want to know. Just let me know what you do. Do you rinse your rice or not? All right, so my rice is about done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. I'm gonna add just a couple tablespoons of butter. And then we're gonna add some of that seasoning. That seasoning smells so flavorful. Mmm. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I am not just telling y'all this. I don't care if you don't want to buy it, but this stuff has a lot of flavor. You can actually taste the lime. Y'all saw how much I put in there. This is so good. Such an easy shortcut. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be loving this. All right, so now we're gonna start building our burrito bowl. So I have some cilantro lime rice here, some of that barbacoa on there. It's shredded up so good. It looks so good. I did taste it and it tastes so good. How many times can I say so good? Next, I'm gonna top ours with a little cheese. Next, I'm gonna put some lettuce. Next, I'm gonna do just a little bit of salsa, a little bit of guac, and finally a little squirt of sour cream. That looks so good. Tell me that does not look absolutely delicious. I'll let y'all know what we think. Alright, update. I still haven't tried my bowl yet. I just assembled mine, but we're eating on our screened-in back porch. Darren just popped his head in and was like, this is so good. So definitely you might want to try this one. Also, we had some electricians here in the house earlier when the barbacoa was cooking, and they asked Darren, they're like, what are y'all cooking? It smells so good. So already highly recommend this recipe. Y'all try it, let me know. Alright y'all, that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure if you like these types of videos, you give this one a thumbs up, and I would love to have you subscribe to my channel before you go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.